Welcome back to the show. The Seahawks are trying to shake off a couple of tough losses as they look ahead to this week's game against their bitter rivals, the San Francisco 49ers. Our friend Terry Hollimon broke down Sunday's game with former Seahawk Cliff Avril.
First and foremost, man, this is not the season start that the fans wanted to see, man. What's going on?
You know what? It's interesting how I'm viewing it. And, you know, I talked to all the guys that I played with, where you talking about Cam Chancellor, Mike B, all these guys. We kind of text during the games because we're fans, too. We want the Seahawks to have success. And the one thing that I kept pushing was, you got to remember, these guys didn't have any preseason. You got to remember, these guys didn't have any preseason, right? So these next 3-4 games is essentially preseason for these guys, on top of the fact that we have an extra game this season. Give them a couple more weeks is what I would say. Give them a couple more weeks to iron some of this stuff out. Hopefully they can stay healthy, and I think we'll get back to the Seahawks that we like to see. So
the message is, we as fans, as swells, we should chill out, calm down.
Pump your brakes a little bit. That's all I'm saying. Just pump your brakes. Give them a little chance to kind of figure things out.
Well, let's look at the game they just played. And I know they had some challenges on defense. And, you know, that's your specialty. When you look at this game, what was going on with the Seahawks defense?
Man, tackling was a big issue this week and last week, you know, and I think that's the biggest thing is guys got to get back out there and get those pads popping. You know what I mean? It's been a long time. They don't do it much in practice. So game days are really the only days they get to do it.
On the other side of the ball, now looking at the offense, Russell Wilson, we know how great he is. We know how often he gets off to these quick, amazing starts. But the second half just wasn't typical Russell Wilson. What do you think happened with that offense cooling on?
Well, they have to be able to adjust, right? You talk about there's a new offensive coordinator. He's got an elite quarterback. He has elite players on the outside. So just understanding how to pivot. You know, when a team figures you out, they're playing. They get paid over there too, right? Right. That's their job, is to figure things out and kind of slow you down and allow you and see if you can make adjustments. And I think that's what happened. They didn't make the right adjustments. You know, we got DK on that bomb early on. Tyler Lockett, they got him a little bit into the game as well. But how do you pivot when teams give you something that kind of takes away your explosive plays? And also getting that run game going, man. Russ is at his best when there's a solid run game. When you have to respect the run game, then you hit them with the play action. So getting all those things going, I think, is huge.
You spoke a little bit about Tyler Lockett. Now, late in the game, we saw Tyler go down. And as a former player, and I know you probably feel the same way too, when I see guys go down like that, I turn away. I don't even like to look.
Yes.
At it, man. I don't like, they throw the replay, I don't look. Do you know offhand how Tyler's doing, what's going on with his knee?
I do not know what's going on with him, but you know, like you just said, I was, as everybody was looking to see if his knee was down, I was turning around because I didn't want to see his ankle because I seen it get caught. You know what I mean? So and for him having those types of injuries in the past, and I think his last injury was identical to how he got rolled up and his foot got caught up underneath him. So it's automatically, you're automatically thinking like, whoa, what's going on? You know what I mean? Even if it's not serious, but you've been in those situations where it was pretty serious. I'm hoping that he's fine and that he'll bounce back.
Well, the Hawks got another road game this week coming up. They're heated rivals against the 49ers. What can we expect when they get out there to San Francisco?
Well, San Fran, we all just watched that game, right, and how they lost. So, of course, they're gonna be ready to kind of come out and make some things happen. But I think it's the Seahawks, man. They got to control what they can control, and that's themselves. And getting active up front. You know, I'm a pass rusher, and I think that's one of the biggest things you can do to impact the game is be able to go out there and get you some sacks. More importantly, get you some sack fumbles. So I think that's going to be key, is getting after Jimmy G. I think that's the main thing on defense. What they got to do.
To finish on a positive note with you, Cliff, I know this past week you had your annual event, Dining to Make a Difference. Can you tell us a little bit about how that went and what you guys are doing with your foundation?
Yes. My 8th annual Dining to Make a Difference. It's crazy to even think that it's been 8 years already, but Russell Wilson came out, DK Metcalf came out, Bobby Wagner came out, a lot of the legends, the retired players. It was all for a great cause. It was all for my foundation, the Cliff Avril Family Foundation. We're doing a lot of great things here in the community. It's all about serving. I'm all about serving. I'm all about giving back to the community, but also Haiti. Haiti is very near and dear to me. I'm Haitian. Haitian. Both my parents are Haitian. They just had an earthquake a few weeks ago, and we were also raising funds for them and some earthquake relief efforts as well.
Right on, Cliff. Thank you for doing such good work in the community, man. And hopefully the Seahawks will get a big win versus San Francisco this weekend.
We need it.
And thanks to Cliff and Terry for walking us through that.